You guys ready to laugh? Yeah, good, because I got ADHD, and if you don't laugh, I'll get distracted. I think the internet gave me ADHD. I just agree. Okay. I don't need to do any jokes anymore. I can just... Nah, I think the internet gave me ADHD because, let's face it, I can play video games for like 2 days straight and throw up, but I can't go to work without someone validating my feelings. I feel like if someone's not screaming S+ constantly, I just get bored. I'm also part of an oppressed minority. It's called being a gamer. Part of being a gamer, I had to have a gamer name. I called myself Trans Justice because I really like the law. The issue is that I got really badly hate crimed because people, let's face it, hate lawyers. My partner is mentally ill. She has this mental illness that makes her hard to be around. It's called being an anti-vaxxer. My issue is that, like, I'm fine with the ideology. I just don't get what vaccine side effects she's worried about. She's already gay, trans, and autistic. Like you cooked, mate. Gyms. I like gyms. They're the same thrill video games give me of like... Well, I love fighting gyms because they give me the thrill of like violence with no consequences. And like, I did Muay Thai for a bit, and during Muay Thai, this old man used to bow to me and call me Katui. It's always like one 50-year-old man who knows what that is. And the reason for that is because my friend's a gamer and he used to say that word a lot. Katui means faggot, but respectfully. I know, it's sweet, isn't it? So, I hate kids. It's not their fault. I just think it's very hard to raise them in this day and age because, let's face it, they can find anything on the internet. Like, they could go on Roblox and learn all these horrific words. Whereas I found out what being a faggot was the old Christian way for 2.5 Men. I had lived in Townsville 22 years prior to here. Townsville's great. I came out as trans when I was 16 after Charlie Sheen taught me that trans people could be hot. I also have a law degree from JCU there, and I did my PLT there at QT later. Now, thing is, being on JobSeeker is really hard. I got scurvy, like midway through PLT, and people always ask me, how are your bowel movements during scurvy? And I was more focused on the fact that when I got cut, it just wouldn't heal. That's not funny, is it? I love jokes. I had a Nazi boyfriend once. I didn't know he was a Nazi for like 6 months. Oh, sorry, you can't call him Nazis anymore. I meant friend of Kanye. But I didn't know he was a Nazi for 6 months because he's also a gamer, and gamers say all kinds of slurs. So I just assumed that he was just, hanging out. But I found out he was a Nazi because he told me how much Jordan Peterson changed his life. But like, at least he kept his bed clean and like had like clean room. Like, the left isn't doing that, let's face it. We used to be in family law. And I don't put my legal name as my comedy name because when I did that, I had sad divorced dads come to my show. And the thing about sad divorced dads is I don't have enough I hate your wife jokes to satisfy them. Which is funny because not being able to satisfy their wives is what got them there in the first place. Ooh. That's the one that oohed you, okay. I also have a mental illness that makes it hard to be around, not the ADHD. I know, trans and mental illness. Ooh, shocking. But I have been diagnosed with... this by 4 separate mental health professionals. I've ignored it every time. from my guidance counselor to my psychologist. Gave me BPD, and for those who don't know what that is, that's what my girlfriend calls needy girlfriend syndrome. I had a darker one to that, but I got canned. So the thing is, do you guys have any partners that just like read porn in front of you like it's a book? Like Twilight novels? No? Like you haven't had your 40-year-old mum like read just porn in front of you? No? Okay, cool. That's just me. But my partner does it to me, and it's really weird because it's like Twilight. Like she's not a fairy. Like it's not like, you know, wolf on like vampire stuff. But she does it, and I think she wants sex, but she doesn't want sex. She just wants to read porn, which I think is very weird. Anyway, every time she does it, I'm like, all right, you want sex? Let's do sex. And she's like, no, you just want attention. Sit down. And I'm like, yeah, I do. She's great. The thing is, I'll start with the edgy stuff now. The thing is, I'm not internet poisoned like my generation. Like my parents kept my internet access pretty good, but like I didn't get groomed, but I am a little 4chan adjacent. There's like 4 people I know. You know what that means? But I don't know if I can say the R word because I've been called the R word several times. Everyone knows what the R word is. It's not Ranger, it's the other one. But like I've been called it several times by like when I play a game wrong, or like if I'm like doing something wrong, or it's like, and I know I have the mental illness, and it's also my partner doing it. But like I make the assumption that I can't say it but I know people that like are depressed and they say it, but depressed people have nothing left to lose anyway, so who cares? My partner has depression and anxiety, and they got on disability, and I'm like, how did you get on disability of just depression and anxiety? Must have been really, really bad. And she's like, yeah, it still is. She calls her disability a legally mandated retard pass. Yeah. She can say it. The government gave it to her. Yeah. Anyway, I'm going to end with my partner. I don't talk about her a lot. I really like her. She's only a little bit right-wing. But she says things. She says fuck you to me whenever I like get in trouble. Like fuck you, I hate you. And I always say when and where because I'm like a 5-year-old. She got really concerned one day because she thought I actually meant she thought every time I said fuck you, she actually thought like, what happens if a stranger says fuck you? What do you do? And I'm like, I'm not a fucking idiot. I know if a stranger says fuck you, it means that there's a possibility for sex in the future. All right, I'm done.